You know, like
Yeah.
the studio has lost a couple blankets in here, so it's a little bit more echoey. AKA the closet.
The closet.
The closet. You know, I'm still kind of debating. Maybe we should be able to. Maybe we should just like. Maybe we should video. Not video ourselves. Well, I mean, not even just for like, like so we could post it so we could see ourselves, but more like, you know, sometimes I listen to us and we're like talking over each other because we can't see each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're like, no, you got something. No, you go. No, go ahead. Yeah, that's just kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. Like doing videos.
Mm-hmm.
Switching to it.
Just so we could see our, like I could see your, you thinking and about to say something, and so then I could hold off from saying something.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, you know?
Yeah. Or you just stare at each other awkwardly, or try to think of something to say.
The weather, right? The weather,
right?
It's like so weather outside.
It's weathering.
Small talk. Yeah, it's the weather. I don't do small talk very well, bro. Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
I am. I'm a little lost. I don't know how prepared I am, Joe. But that's all right, though.
That's all right. Daddy's here to walk you through it.
Yeah, walk me through it, Daddy. Just walk me through it. I need all the help. No, I think I'm good. We're good.
Yeah. I went and watched the new Godzilla movie. Pretty good.
The which one?
The new Godzilla and King Kong movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I don't even know if I've seen a trailer for it. It just was out. Is that like, it's like a Japanese made one, right? Like it's like a legit.
No. That one was.
Oh no, that was the other one.
The -1. Yeah.
Yeah. This one.
Well, there was like 3 of them. It was like the Godzilla Kong one, the -1, and then another one. It was like almost 3 Godzilla things back to back.
Yeah, and like from different producers and stuff. Yeah. Like they're just like, maybe we should make one. Should we make our own?
Should we make one? We should. We could.
Yeah, but like it's Godzilla.
Seems like everybody's doing it.
Yeah. It's Godzilla, but he just has a regular day job. You know, like he's just like.
He's working at a coffee shop.
He's working at a coffee shop because he can heat up coffee.
Yeah.
Really well. But he has some sort of like social anxiety. He feels bad about being Godzilla.
The reason he breaks up is because he's so clumsy, so he's self-conscious about it.
Yeah, he can't help but knock things over with his tail. Yeah. I could see this. Why isn't this a thing? It's probably, dude. It's probably a thing on it. There's probably there's a manga on it, dude.
There's something on it.
There's a manga on it. There's an anime about it. Come on. We're not the first ones.
Not the first ones.
Nah.
That's how long Godzilla's been around? Nah.
Yeah. Come on. Godzilla. I think I remember drawing like a little meme one time. Is Godzilla a dragon? He breathes fire.
But I think that's just from like the radiation, or at least with this new one, it's all about like radiation and nukes and stuff, and like it's like he's a lizard that got caught in a nuclear explosion.
Holy dude! I just realized. I'm just remembering. Okay, so you remember I used to do little drawings and post little words and stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
I remember one that I did. It was like a little dragon, and he's like sitting. I don't know if I think he's having a hot cup of coffee. He's having a hot cup of coffee, and the quote is, I'm dragging here.
I'm dragging here.
But, you know, because I'm dragging here, so he's having a cup of coffee. Dude, it's so stupid. I think I already created this manga, dude.
I think you can make that a shirt. That's a shirt right there.
I mean, maybe, dude. People say, you know, like they go, oh, that's cool, it's hilarious.
Sure.
Well, then buy one. Then they're like, I'm not gonna buy one. I'll laugh at it from a distance.
That's why you gotta like post it, so it's like a thing to where like, oh hey, I'm gonna do this thing. You gotta be the meme or the it thing. So I'm gonna do this because it's like dumb or stupid, but everybody else is doing it and they're getting clout. So I'm gonna do it too.
Hey, by the way, I'm all about clout chasing. Why are we looking down on people chasing clout? Like, I'm ready to sell out, bro. You know, like, let me find an influencer, give him a I'm dragging here shirt. Tell Tell them to put it on. Tell one of the Kardashians to put on this stupid dragon shirt. I'm ready for them to just I'm ready to sell out, bro. What's wrong with selling out?
I think we talked about this on the Oath podcast.
About selling out?
About selling out.
About clout chasing.
I think it was about selling out. Because I think you made a joke about Disney or Apple.
About about selling out?
Yeah.
I don't even remember, Joe Angel. I don't remember half the things I say. It's all a burning bridge behind me, bro. I walk across it.
Bridge.
It's all on fire.
That was yesterday's problem.
That was yesterday's Sal. Yeah.
That was yesterday's.
In the
different
moment.
Sal to say.
That's right.
There's another bridge parody that I watched that we'll probably watch. I'm deciding on that. But one of the lines is, it was all like, the character said something, and like the previous day, and they're talking about it the next day, and he was just like, oh, that was me on drugs. See, that's a different me. That's drugging me. This is me.
This is me.
He's like, I'm not responsible for what that me says.
I think Mike Birbiglia has a great joke on it too, about like, let future me take care of that.
Yeah,
like,
let that be his problem.
That's his problem, you know?
Yeah.
I live my life like that sometimes, bro. You know what? Cheese, milk for dinner?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Future me will take care of it.
Yeah, he'll take care of it. Yeah.
All right. We're going to go with K-On! First.
Okay, got it.
Right.
Got it. Let me look. Dialing it in. All right. When you're ready.
All right. In 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Podcast. It's me, Dwayne, once again with my co-host Sal, and we are here to bring you some more anime.
Don't just like, you're doing that thing where you're underselling it. I figured out what you're doing here. This is serious.
Underselling and overselling.
Yeah, this is serious because okay. All right, you know what? Okay, you know what? Here's the thing. We just watched 2 animes, and I think it's because Taylor Swift just released her recent album. And tell me, did you do this on purpose?
I did it on purpose, but for a different reason.
Okay. Well, there is no other reason. If you're a Swiftie out there, this is the only reason.
This is for all the Swifties out there.
This is for all the Swifties out there. These, come on. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Well, today we are going to talk about anime because, from my perspective, we've both mentioned before that we've had in the lore of Joe and Sal, we both have musical backgrounds.
Yeah.
Me playing bass, you guitar. So I figured, you know what? Let's get more into that lore and go into some musical animes. And we're keying it off with K-On!
K-On! I'm on board K-On! Because of that. Just because of that. But I'll tell you this much. I don't know why it was the hardest show probably in history to find so far.
I don't know why I have no idea what happened.
It's gotten buried.
It made it so hard to find.
I was gonna text you, but I always text you. I'm always like, where is this? Like you send it to me. I'm like, hey, where is anything really? I don't know.
I didn't realize how hard it's gonna be to find because I own the complete series on DVD.
And I was you cheated.
And I remember seeing it last on, I think, Crunchyroll. So I was like, I'm pretty sure it's still on there. And so when I went to go search, I'm like,
nope,
this isn't on here. Let me go see other sources. They're like, it's not here.
Somebody, I was looking it up, I was on the dark web looking for stuff. They were like, I think it's on Netflix, and then somebody's like, nope, it was on Netflix. Not anymore.
Netflix, yeah.
I ended up, on some sketchy websites. I think I accidentally bought some stuff on Temu. Oh, dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had pop-ups, just like, click, close, play, don't play, pause. It takes me to another website.
You jumped in to early 2000s anime fandom,
The only
where
way to get it.
the only way to get these shows were through sketchy sites.
Yeah, I've got a virus. I've got a virus.
It's
I,
LimeWire all over again, bro.
oh man, it is tough. It's tough. But you know what? I watched it and I'm ready to give us a synopsis.
Go for it.
Except for the synopsis. It was this sketchy website that I found it on had like probably like it was like 6 paragraphs. It was like the longest synopsis I've ever seen, and it is incoherent. I was like, I'm not. All right, so let's just go ahead and make our own
Yeah.
synopsis up here. I know I'm gonna stumble through it. Is her name Yui?
Yui. Yeah.
Yui? Okay. Yui, a high school freshman, is forced to join a social club. I don't know about forced. We'll come back to that. I used that word and I was like, it's not forced. She's trying to find a social club to join as a freshman in high school, and she stumbles upon the most desperate and enthusiastic club, the Light Music Club. And despite her lack of musical abilities, she joins. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And that's how every rock band started.
It really is, man. You know what? You are like you're joking, but not. This is speaking my language. I love this thing. It's almost this anime is almost me, bro. Like I don't know. Do you know the band like background? Like whenever I was in a band in high school,
Which
like
one? The first one or the
the
second
first
one?
one, the
The
first one.
first one.
Like I didn't know how to play guitar. I literally
Did you have
I
you had one riff that you would use?
Oh, dude, it was just the same riff over and over again. And I think I just like got a electric guitar for my birthday one year. And I was just like, because I had always wanted to learn how to play guitar. I picked it up in high school, kind of, but I got it for my birthday. And, a friend of mine was like, we should start a band. I'm like, should I learn how to play the guitar? And they're like, I will learn on the way.
Let's just start the band.
You don't need to know that. You don't need. How do you look in tight pants? Great, let's do this.
Let's do this. Future us
This
will
is
figure it out.
this is what this is. This is the story of my life. K on. What is do you know what K on is? I have all kinds of questions, by the way. It's just all I wrote down was questions.
Just questions. Questions.
It starts with the like a little background at
Yeah,
the
it
beginning about
starts.
like her being young
Yeah.
and being in
It's
school.
kind of like almost like a more morose background. It's like,
Yeah, a
because
little
she
bit,
had no
right?
friends, nobody was playing with her.
Mm-hmm.
And no, wait,
I
hang
think
on.
wait, are we
Scratch
thinking of
that.
we're
You're
thinking of
thinking of
the
the
other
other
one.
anime.
Dang it. Hey, you know what? I knew this was gonna happen. I watched both of them and I was like, these are the same anime. But they're
No,
not.
Kaon starts off with Yui waking up
And
like
she's late
in
for
bed.
school.
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah, it's her first
alarm's
day of
going
school.
off. She hits the snooze button. Her sister
Yeah,
comes in.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah, yeah.
hey, you're gonna be late. And so she does the whole like anime trope of running out the door with a piece of toast
Uh-huh.
in her mouth.
Oh, by the way, I love the way it's drawn. I love the way this show is drawn.
Yeah,
It's like I think it's it called and it may be a thing that they do in anime. I don't know how they do this, but like you know what rotoscoping is?
rotoscoping.
Yeah, so they
Explain that to
like
our viewers.
I think this is it. I could be absolutely you know what? No, I know I'm wrong, but here we go. They take like video and they will superimpose the drawing on top of it, so like
Yeah,
they're animating so like there's an actual photo or a video where someone's like moving around. I think they used to do it for Disney and stuff. Like somebody would do some sort of dancing, and they in order to like really capture the movement, they would draw each frame individually, but almost kind of like tracing each frame. So like you're getting like real life movement, but then they are superimposing like an animation style to it. So you know what I'm saying? Like they're getting this
yeah,
like kind of really like lifelike movement, but
yeah,
it's still animated. So
yeah,
like I kind of get that feeling on some of the way she kind of moves through the scenes and the framing. They have this kind of like anamorphic kind of wide angle lens kind of thing going on too.
yeah. Like the shots are very like. There's some scenes where they're really like
Kind of movie like, I
movie
guess.
like. Yeah,
Hmm.
like the
Hmm.
quality of it. Dude.
Yeah, yeah. I really like that the way it looks and the way she's like kind of flowing a little bit. She kind of flows through the frame through, some of the scenes. She gets to
Yeah,
school and her like she gets kind of excited about being a high schooler and her hair kind of like moves in the wind and it's it's
yeah. It's a lot of
interesting.
movement and
Uh Okay, so like this is the part that I was gonna get back to is this just like a cultural thing or is it just for the show? But like, of course she's at school.
Of
Of course we're at
course.
school. Gotta be
Always
at
better.
school.
Gotta be at school.
Gotta be at school. But
If there's
then
one thing anime promotes, it's school.
school is cool, man.
School
School
is
is cool.
cool.
By the way, put that on a shirt. Let's
Put
put
that
that
on
on
the
a
shirt.
shirt. Everybody wears school is cool shirts. It's gonna happen.
School is cool.
Is it mandatory for them to be in like some sort of social or school club? You know, like because it seemed like she was just like one of her friends
It's
comes up,
like
she's like,
one of those. I think it's one of those things that comes down to like social norms, to where like
right, as
you
a
gotta
cultural
like
thing.
it looks better on applications and stuff when
Mm-hmm.
you're going to
Mm-hmm.
other schools. Because like I said, for middle schools, going to high schools, there's like
Mm-hmm.
high schools that you could test to get into for
Mm-hmm.
like better life, basically,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
just
better.
a better
What is it?
resume,
Yeah,
a better,
better resume.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all about building up your resume. That's what the social clubs are. So that's why, like, when you get there, when they first get there, their first year, there's all these clubs, and it's like, all right, hey, we want you to join this club, whether it's like the sports, the music, other clubs. Like we've
Mm-hmm.
seen through all the animes, we've seen different kinds of clubs and all the other stuff in the background. But yeah, it's like a real kind of cultural thing that they kind of promote to help the students build up a resume to make it seem like they're not just there.
Yeah, just yeah. They're not introverts or something like that.
Yeah.
Because she's like, she gets there to school and she's all excited, and then she's like immediately inundated with kids like, "Hey, you're new. Here's this club," and it's just like
Yeah.
tons
He's
of
just
clubs.
rushed by a mob.
The violin club, something about a literary club.
Yeah.
Don't know, like all these different kind of clubs. And she's like, if one of her friends tells her if she doesn't get into a club, you're gonna be labeled as neat. Do you know what that is? NEET. Do you have any idea? She goes,
Neet.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. She goes, oh, I don't want to be labeled as neat. And I'm like, this is a different word and something that's, I guess, very cultural that we in America don't know what that is. NEET. I don't know exactly. And the other thing too, I'm like, oh, well, I'll go ahead and watch this in the sub and then maybe they'll explain it to me in the dub and we'll figure it out there.
Yeah.
There is no dub. Is there a dub?
It's yeah, there's a dub.
Oh, it's even harder to find then.
Yeah.
It's even harder to find because all I could find was the sub, dude. Like I was just like,
So
okay, well then,
basically it's what do you call it? An acronym?
yeah, yeah, it's an acronym for
Yeah,
something.
for not in education, employment, or training. And it's basically just like a slang used for like nobodies. Or like, the people who don't do nothing or have
Yeah,
nothing going
okay,
on. They're just
okay.
there.
So she's kind of
Yeah.
desperate to come up with it and come up with a club, but she's also she's a little shy, I guess, or she's just freshman. She's just a freshman, so she's new to school,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, she's figuring out the whole hierarchy in her school because it's a all girls school, so there's no guys around. So,
I
so
didn't
she's
realize
just
that either.
figuring, yeah, she's just figuring out how like the social life of the school is going, how everybody is on their first day of school. You're trying
Yeah.
to figure out where you fit in.
Okay. Okay. The other thing too, before we get too far off of it, this theme song,
Dude,
bro.
theme song though.
It's funny. I think maybe I just never really pay attention too much. I'm usually like listening to the beat and listening to, but this time since I'm having to read the subtitles,
Yeah.
I'm like reading this song and it's so on the nose. It's like whoever wrote the song watched the whole show and they're just like, all right, let's put all what happens in the show in this song. They're like singing about like
The song
I'm
is
s-
the synopsis for the show.
it is. It is. It's so like everything is like, we're gonna make music and we're gonna be cool and we're girls. And I'm like, yeah, this is what the show is. I didn't need the synopsis. We instead of doing the synopsis, we should have just played the song
Just play the song. That would have been perfect.
or read the lyrics to
Yeah.
this song. Read the lyrics of the song because it was so
Karaoke
on the
style.
nose. Yeah, yeah. Dude, I like the music and I've so far I've liked the music so far and I've liked the way they've been drawn. I do like school. Does she doesn't have she's kind of plain. And I think they
Yeah.
make that kind of
Like almost like a running gag for her.
right,
Is
like
that
she's just kind of
like this plain Jane
she's
character.
she's what the kids would call mid.
She's mid, bro.
She's mid, bruh. Like she's got brown hair. She and that's the thing about it.
She's base.
Yeah. She's yeah. You basic. You basic. She's got brown hair. She doesn't know how to play an instrument, and she gets wrapped up with these other girls. Ritsu?
Ritsu, yeah,
Ritsu and Mio.
and Mia.
They're like they're both friends, and Ritsu's like super excited about this light music club, which I've got questions about that too. But they're like super excited, but the club has been disbanded.
Yeah.
And they need at least 4 people to have the club, and they're desperate to find anybody to be in this club.
Yeah.
And that's where old
Yui
Yui kind of steps in.
Yeah, because because when we figure out about the disbandment of the club, Ritsu and Mia are talking to the teacher and asking her about it, and she's like, "Well, all the people who are in it graduated, so it needs at least 4 members." And then I think Yui comes in to grab some papers, and so she's just like there staring at Ritsu and Mio, and then she's just like gets awkward.
Yeah.
And just like drops paper, goes to pick him up, hits her head on the desk, and then you kind of see her just shuffle out, disheveled out of the room.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
I love that part.
Ritsu and Mia are just looking at her like,
Who is this?
Who's this? She's a klutz.
Yeah.
She's a spaz. Like they're just naming off all her traits.
Oh, I love that part because she walks away like kind of trembling, but
Yeah.
the sound engineering, they make her like she's like a box of loose bottles, like glass bottles. Just
Yeah.
Cling, 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 cling.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the choice of that. I was like, oh yeah, she's just like a rattling box of soda bottles or something. Yeah, and they're so desperate. They finally they hole up in a room and put out we're looking for anybody. And a girl walks in. I think her name is, I don't know who the other girl. She like comes in looking for the choir club, and they're like, they beg her. Like, no, be in our club.
Yeah, be a part of our club, please.
She's like, I don't know. She knows how to play keyboard, though. I'm like, oh, I think that's what you need, man. When we first started our band, I mean, we had let's see here, we had 4 guitars. That's all it was. So somebody was
all guitars.
It was all guitar. We're like, I mean, the White Stripes had a drummer and a guitarist.
Guitar plays.
Let's see here. There was another band that I really liked. Death from Above was a drummer and a bass player. So there you go. I mean, there's no rules.
Yeah,
but 4 guitars. Maybe there's
there's some rule.
There's something, but so they've got. It seems like they've got a drummer, a bass player, and a keyboardist. So they're looking for a guitarist.
Yeah, her name is Segumi Kotobuki. That's her name.
Okay, we're gonna call her Siggy. Okay, so Siggy's out there. She's on the keyboard. Yeah. Dude, this show, like the way they kind of show their enthusiasm for being a high school band, like wanting to be in a high school band. It really did take me back. It really did kind of because I really didn't have any kind of aspirations. But there is something about kind of being a garage band, being let's just make up something, and then every now and then you come up with something, and it's oh, we're gonna rock the world. Yeah. We're gonna do this, and that's what Ritsu is.
Yeah, Ritsu is the excitement. She's the go-getter because she's the one pushing on everything.
Yeah,
because Mio's the one that's just what are you talking about? Because even during that scene when they meet Siggy, Ritsu Siggy's about to walk out. And Ritsu's Mio's about to walk out, and Ritsu's just don't you remember that promise we made? It goes to a flashback of them at a concert.
Yeah.
Saying making the proclamation, we're gonna do this, we're gonna make a band.
We're gonna start a band.
And then Mio's just that never happened. She was just we watched a live stream, and you're the one excited and talking all this stuff about being a band.
And you're forcing me to do this.
You're forcing us to.
I mean, it kind of works that way a little bit because you have the one person that is just
because we all talk about it.
Everybody talks about it, but
it takes that one person to actually push for it and get it started.
Yeah, I think so. It's either going to be 1 or 2 people, out of the entire band that's I got some songs, I've written some stuff. Let's do this. All I need is a guitarist. All I need is a. And it's so funny because then Yui ends up there in the they put out like little like guitar. We're looking for a guitar
So yeah,
player.
guitars. And they all have their
Uh,
own sign, but they
yeah,
made
they made their own like little, and I was judging them. I was like, that one with the big guitar on it. That's the
it's
one.
horrible placement.
No, that was the good one.
It was good.
That was the good one. That was the good one. I was like, yeah, as a graphic designer,
You
we
know,
need some hierarchy
yeah.
here. We need something attention grabbing. And so she responds. So apparently the poster works.
Yeah.
But she's like, I don't know.
It's so funny because in her head, like, because it's called the Light Music Club, Light Music Club.
Yeah,
The whole thing about light music in her head, she's just like, "Whoa!" When I was a kid, I remember playing the
the
little,
castanets.
the castanettas, and to her,
Mm-hmm,
that's like, oh, it's like this. It's like something light, like
It's
just
light. It's light
simple,
music.
basic. Here they're kind of kits, the stuff we learned in elementary, the flutes and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So that's how she's like thinking of light music.
Yeah, yeah. She has
Eh,
no kind of musical
yeah,
background whatsoever.
nothing.
And they have a great interaction with this kind of stuff because she walks in and she's met with Ritsu and Ritsu's like just drags her in like
Yeah,
come on, let's go. And then they have this miscommunication about like, okay, well she's responded to our flyer,
yeah.
so obviously she knows that we're looking for a guitarist.
This is
And
going
they,
back to first impressions are everything.
oh man,
Because they
she's
figure out because the teacher walks into their room saying, "Hey, you got a new member that wants to join." And she brings the paper, the form to them, and they're reading her name. They're like, Yui Hirasada. It's like, oh, that sounds like a guitar player. Like
yeah,
this person's it. Like they're building her up as this like
big time.
amazing guitar player
For no reason,
for
like,
no
oh,
reason.
she's gonna
There's
be
no
the
reason. Yeah.
best. She's got to be the best.
And there's even like when she I think when she first meets Ritsu outside the class, Ritsu's just like, oh yeah, so you're the guitar player, yeah, so you must be amazing and all this stuff. And she's just like, Yui's in
Uh,
her head like, I think somebody's been building me up or something like
yeah.
that, spreading lies about
Yeah.
me.
But she doesn't say anything about it.
Yeah,
She doesn't say anything about it until later when they're like, who's your favorite, guitarist? And she's like, and she's trying to tell him, actually, I don't know how to play
yeah.
guitar. But then
She's
they're
caught in an
like,
awkward situation where she's trying to get out of it, but she doesn't
yeah, and
know
she
how.
can't, she's like stuttering, and they're like,
Yeah,
and she goes, Jimmy
uh,
Page,
Jimmy
Jimi
Page,
Hendrix,
Jimi Hendrix.
they're
It's
naming off
so
all
funny.
these,
Because she
oh,
does make that joke where she's all like, why are there so many guitarists that start with the letter J?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Uh,
funny, dude. Oh man, but the best part of it, the best part is that at the end they're like, "All right, well let's like do this. Let's do this.
yeah.
And let us show you,
Yeah, like
Oh, actually no, well they give her some snacks. That's the
yeah,
funny
they're trying
part.
to keep her because she's
They're trying to
trying to
keep her. It's
like
like,
yeah, so
here's
they're
it.
doing whatever they can, baiting
They,
her with snacks and all this other stuff.
they have like tea, they have
Yeah.
cookies, a little cake, and they're trying to like please, desperate. They're like, "Hey, we can make you the best cookies," and like,
Yeah, there's one scene I loved in that interaction where they're like, "Well, like they're like, all right, we're cool with the fact you can't play guitar. Like, where there's anything else you can play." She's trying to say the castanets, but she's just like bells and says harmonica. And
oh
for
yeah,
some
that's
reason,
right.
Ritsu just pulls her harmonica out of her pocket for some reason. I don't know
Yeah,
why
she
she
goes,
has one.
and she goes, "I'm sorry, I lied. I don't, I don't know how to play harmonica either." Thinking that she could just
Yeah,
say that,
yeah.
and then she was like, "Here, prove it
Prove it,
immediately."
prove it,
Oh
do it now.
man, that's such a like a oh that's so cringy because I feel like maybe I've been caught in that before, where you just make up a lie,
Yeah,
and
just a
then
real quick
somebody,
lie and then immediately get called out on it. It's like,
yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, I lied about that immediately. Like. It's so high school. It's so high school. Oh man. But then at the end, it culminates to them like showing off, like, all right, let's show you what we got. And
yeah,
they get on the drums, they get on the bass, they get on the keyboard, and they start playing. And then she's just like enamored. Her eyes are
yeah,
open. She's like, looks like she's really enjoying herself. And then she finally, after they're done, she stands up and she's like clapping, walking towards them. Like, she's like, wow. And then they're all like, so what did you think? And she's like, I don't know how to say this, man. I don't know what the word is, but you guys aren't very good, are you? Like, and she goes, I'm
really
gonna
shuts
join.
them down.
Yeah, yeah. She completely shuts them down because they thought she was like they did an amazing job.
Yeah,
And she's like, oh man, I can be a part of this. You guys
yeah.
suck.
It's like if you guys can do it, I certainly can.
That's exactly what happened. But it's the bait and switch because
The basic, yeah,
You thought she was like, "Oh yeah, you guys are awesome," but she was like, "No, you guys suck, and I think I want to do this." And they're all like, "Yeah, let's do this."
You guys sucking inspired me into doing this.
Yeah, like let's all like be terrible together. And they're just like, "All right, well, we're gonna teach you how to play." That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna teach her how to play, and they're just gonna go with it. I'm like, dude, this is exactly how my first band started. I was like, someone teach me how to play guitar or either play by ear,
Yeah,
and we'll just go with it.
just go with it.
That's good. Hey, that's Garage Band 101, dude.
101.
And that's it. That is the show.
I love this show, man. I
It
really
it
do.
it was super enjoyable. I mean, like I love the way it's drawn. It feels extremely polished. Like you know how we talk about like background and how they don't draw some stuff,
Yeah.
but it seems like they really paid. There was this
Dude,
one
like
scene where
some of
she's
the
like,
backgrounds on this,
yeah,
like
it's
super in depth,
yeah, it
man.
really like
Like,
there's a scene where she's like looking in the mirror in her room and you could see everything in her room. I'm like,
yeah.
it's all drawn. I'm like, huh, the attention paid to this is
There's like one small
wild.
scene, it's like a passing scene, and they're
Hmm.
showing it's just like music stands in the corner. But like the detail and like attention they put just on that little one background scene,
Yeah,
dude, it's just like, man, this is amazing.
it really is. It was super crisp.
It almost has like there's some scenes where the background stuff almost gives it has like a 3D CGI feel to them.
Yeah.
So
That,
it
that
brings more depth into it.
It seemed like they were either CGI'd or even
Yeah.
painted. Like I was like
Yeah.
that. There are some like little like just details that just like that's not drawn. That looks like it's 3D. Yeah, 3D
Yeah.
or either painted like to
Yeah.
be 3D or something like that. It was I mean it was interesting and really well done. I mean just from that alone, from it looking so good. I had a question though.
Yeah.
Light music. What do we think? Like, say if we know genres. We know
Yeah.
genres. We know
You know, a little bit.
what jazz is. I know what
Yeah.
light jazz is. If you were to describe what light music is to somebody, what would that be? Like, is it light as in like, oh, this is like
Go to
I'm
your
trying.
local coffee shop on open mic night.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the best way to say it. Yeah,
Yeah.
or it's like the music that you hear in a
In an
like
elevator or while
or
you're waiting on the phone call and they put you on hold.
or
Just
an
that little.
organic or natural grocery
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
like a grocery store, a
You're
nice
the
fancy grocery store.
looking at
That's
apples.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
music you hear.
yeah. That's the music, and the music they play is like, how would you describe that? Because yeah, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, they're clean, they're crisp, like
Yeah.
they're on beat,
They're on it.
they're
Like it was
the
something that it's a piece of music that you learn on your first two
yeah when
weeks
you
of your lessons.
yes
Like
that's
this is the piece that you learn.
yeah, it's
It's
extremely
very
simple,
basic,
very
really
basic.
simple, not too much. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
And that's the funny thing about it because
Yeah.
they are talking it up, and Ritsu's like, "Oh, we're gonna rock," and
Rock star.
they're just like, "Ding, ding, ding, ding." I'm like,
Simple 4/4 beat.
I mean, well, that's just that's garage band music right there. I mean,
Yeah.
like some of these guys, they're not gonna be, they're, we didn't make it. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a rock star, Joe Angel. But hey, but we were better
We were
than this
better.
K-On. We were
Yeah.
better than K-On. Wait, no, what are they don't have a name. What is K-On? Do you know what K-On stands for?
K-On.
Dash on exclamation point. Hard to
It's
find.
play on a Japanese word K-on, which is Keion spelled
Mhm.
in English, which means light music.
Oh, bro. Still don't know what light music is. I still don't know. I'm thinking maybe let's see here. Something with Tron,
Tron.
Daft Punk where they use lots of lights and lasers.
Yeah.
That's light music to me,
It's
dude.
all light
Like,
shows.
yeah, light shows, like music
It's
that you can
it's
have light shows to,
it's Coachella at night.
Yeah. I totally get you now. Oh, dude. Yeah, I get this. Like as I accidentally stumbled upon some things as I was trying to find this show, and people were looking for it, and this sketchy website that I found, there were comments, and people were like, "I love this show. How come I can't find it anywhere?" And then there were like just like tons of reviews like that. As I was kind of scrolling through it, I just read a bunch of reviews where it was like, man, this show is like my favorite show of all time, and I can't. It's been taken off of everything. Like
Yeah.
that's all I read through the whole thing was just like best show ever. I don't know why I can't find anywhere. Like just I just kept reading that kind of stuff. Like it's
Yeah, because when you look it up, like, 'cause I was looking it up too, and like one of the things it said was you go to Prime Video. So I went over to
yeah,
Prime and looked it up, and I was like, oh,
it's
you can
on
watch
High Dive.
this. You can watch this with the Crunchyroll subscription.
Yeah,
So I just came from Crunchyroll,
yeah,
so I was kept looking and googling, and even there's one, and even on Google, like it'll come up with I'll watch K-On! On Crunchyroll with like the link to Crunchyroll. And so like
yeah,
it's not on
yeah.
Crunchyroll. That's the thing.
I opened it up. So I've got Crunchyroll on my phone, and I also have it on my TV. I did a search for it on my TV on Crunchyroll, nowhere to be found. I did a search for it on my Crunchyroll on my phone. I found it, and so I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe it's just here. Click play, and I broke the play button. It won't work. It won't work at all. I'm like, oh, what is going on here? This is so weird that it says it's here, and it even shows that it's like on Crunchyroll on your phone, but not there, dude. Maybe there's some like copyright infringement music. Maybe they stole some music from somebody, and they're like, we got to figure out this.
We got to figure out this. But
I don't want to start.
It's a whole Ice Ice Baby over again.
And that song goes dun 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 dun.
This goes
exactly. If you don't know what we're talking about, watch that Vanilla Ice clip. It's so good. Vanilla Ice is like, we didn't steal that song.
Oh man!
All right, Joe, hit me with some gosh darn facts, bro.
All the facts in the world you could ever want right here, and of course, being music, being a light club anime, this started off with a manga.
Of course it did.
It was written and illustrated by Kakifly. And it was first serialized in Hobunsha's Manga Time Kirara magazine from May of 2007 all the way till October of 2010. So it is completed.
Done and over.
Done and over for K-On! But there's a spin-off manga called K-On! Shuffle that came out in July of 2018, and that one is still ongoing.
By the same creator, or when they do a spin-off, is somebody does he? Okay.
Because there's like so there was like the main K-On! Manga that came out, but then there were 2 other volumes that came out. One called K-On! College, which followed the girls when they went on to college after high school. And then one called K-On! High School, which is about the members, like Yui's sister, her friends, like keeping the club going in high school. So those 2. But K-On! Shuffle is a new group, basically, like a whole different group.
A whole different group, new girls.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I'm a sucker for like an all-girl band. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because, like you see a girl playing bass and you're like, that's a cool, they're automatically cool. Like, yeah, again, I guess if you
Not
see
just
any...
playing bass, playing left-handed bass.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even realize that. I wasn't even watching. You sure it wasn't just flipped? You sure you were watching
I was watching the reverse side of it.
Yeah, it's the bootleg version.
All the words were backwards.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that how you're supposed to read Japanese? No,
I
don't know. So I'm already like in on that whole thing with like a full, and I feel like that probably exists more. I feel like you've maybe sent me some clips of like, check out this death metal band, and they're all girls, and they like kill. They're like they shred. And I'm like, I don't know what it is about that. I just, maybe it's just the fact that there's a connection. Like I see other people playing music, and I just like, it doesn't matter if they're any good or not, or I just like respect the fact that they're doing it just because I know how hard it is.
Yeah.
When you do something yourself and then you watch somebody else do it, you just have a certain amount of like respect for that. Like, wow.
I will say, there is one band out of this too. It's called Baby Metal. If you don't know what Baby Metal is, go look them up. They're a Japanese band, and it's a fusion of metal and Japanese pop music. And
yes,
the forefront is the 3 girls, lead singer, the 2 backup singers who are dancers too, and then they have actual like metal musicians that play the musical part. And it is the idea of it when I first found them was so insane, but I loved it. Like their live shows are extravagant as far as the
Yeah.
production goes. It's like, this is like when you think
I
of a live show and like when they put money into it, like they do some big ones.
Okay. Yeah, I think I want to say I that was one of the ones that I think I saw on, like, you can find clips of them on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Baby
They've been
Metal.
doing a lot of like collaborations recently. Like they did one with Bring Me the Horizon.
Hmm.
They have one with who was it? Was it Travis Scott? I don't know, they had one with the rapper where they did a backup part of it. It
Oh,
was kind of weird. Like they've been
that's an
doing a bunch of
interesting.
like collabs recently, but dude, Baby Metal is pretty good.
Baby
That's
Metal.
not light music.
Okay, it's not. It
It's
is
not light
not.
music.
It's not light music. They shred.
They have a bunch of lights, but it's not light music.
Yeah. Lasers, bro.
Lasers, bro. Well, that's the manga. And so the anime version came out in April of 2009. And so we got 2 seasons.
All
And
together.
so all together. So we got the first season, which is 13 episodes. And then we have the second season, which is 26 episodes.
Hmm.
So total, we got about 39 episodes.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Have you watched all this?
I've seen all of it. Yeah,
Okay.
I watch all of it.
Okay.
Dude,
Don't.
from the opening music
Uh-huh.
to the ending music, dude, the ending song, oh, dude, that one
It's
was a
so good.
banger too. So good. And you know why it's so good?
Why is that?
Because the voice actors that voice the characters in the show
Uh-huh.
are the ones that are actually playing the instruments and singing the music for the music in the show. They took them in, they learned their instruments for their respective characters they were voicing, and they've done live shows as a
What?
band.
Okay, so I'm trying to wrap my mind around this. Do you think they learned it for the show and then they did it, or do you think
Yeah. They took them
they
in,
weren't
learned it
like
for
a
the show.
band?
No, they weren't a band before. They like took the voice actors. There's a video on YouTube I can send you, but it shows like them taking the voice actors in the studio, learning their instruments, and you can look up too. So the band name it's gonna be called Hokago Tea Time or
Mm-hmm.
After School Tea Time, and you can look them up on YouTube. You can find their live performances of the voice actors performing these songs live.
That's wild, man. That's
Dude.
brilliant. Like that'd be like if I'm trying to think. There's an episode in Saved by the Bell
Yeah.
with Zack Attack. Oh, dude, Zack Attack killed. But let them go on tour. Like I want to
Let them
watch
go
them
to
for
yeah.
real really go on tour. I'm
I
trying.
want him playing a show on a small stage
Hmm.
inside a cramped bar
Yeah, at a coffee shop
at a
or
coffee shop.
something gritty,
Yeah,
dingy.
play in somebody's backyard.
Yeah, I want. I want Kelly
No,
Kapowski on bass, bro. Just like boom, 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 boom.
play at all the
That's
Denny's across America.
what's up, Denny's? Dude, I would watch that. Like, I'm trying to think of anybody. I mean, I guess you know what? Now that I think about it, the Jonas Brothers. Is that
Yeah,
like?
I think
Did
so.
they?
Well, were
I
they a
don't,
band before the show, or did they just like become the band after the show or during
I
it?
don't even know. I don't know anything about the Jonas Brothers. I don't think I've seen the show. I know that they did music. I remember that Nick Jonas embarrassed himself on trying to play that guitar solo that one time.
Dude,
Hilarious.
the half bin, bro.
Oh, the half bend. It was nowhere. It wasn't even a note. Like, oh man. But that's about all.
That's he realized he was actually on it live, so he's like, "Oh wait, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna sound cool."
Yeah, it's like, oh
Oh
man.
man,
Uh,
but he
but
committed. He committed,
he
and I
really did.
respect
He
him.
really did.
Yeah,
I mean, there have been shows. There have been shows that you watch somebody like sing on, like
yeah,
I'm pretty Ariana Grande probably sang on some of her
yeah.
show stuff.
I mean, I
What's the
think
other
there's
one?
like stuff you can like look up to where like
But like not
actors
the
that
show,
actually learned,
like
like
became
Michael Cera. Michael Cera actually plays bass, so whenever he did Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, like he could actually play bass
play the
in that
bass.
movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. But this is wild though. Like if I was watching an animated show, like just an American animated show, and goes, you know what? You know who has really good music? What's that show? It was with the long skinny leg dog, Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. Oh yeah, dude, there's
The music on Adventure Time.
so good.
But I'm like,
I
Is
think
that
that would be.
somewhere?
I think that
Would
would be light
somebody go on?
music.
That's about the same thing, right? Because they like,
Yeah,
I don't think they play the music, but they definitely sing those songs.
I'd say like at least the opening for Adventure Time. I
Yeah.
would consider that light music.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There it is. Like, I got it. Do you got it in your head?
Got it.
Yeah, I got it in my head.
But yeah, D, like when I found out that the voice actors like they actually had them learn and actually perform and play the songs, that made this so much better and made me love it so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually, like I said, whenever it comes to anime openings, music, stuff like that, they're just taken from actual bands and stuff like that, which is cool. It opens up to more of the Japanese music scene and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But something about like when they compose and make stuff from scratch with the people on the show, it just brings it up a whole nother level.
Yeah, I mean that's super creative. So, are you telling me that later on we're gonna hear some like songs, some originals from the band, this K-On band? Like, do we have actual full songs or like songs-ish, or is it
So
just like
there's
the intro and the outro?
there's the songs in the show. There are songs that they've done because they have made like some mini albums. So there's like two mini albums.
Okay.
There's one which was going to the music side of it. They came out with the self-titled album Hokago Tea Time, which came out in July 2009, and that one was kind of like a two-disc set. So it had one disc was all the studio mixes of the songs, and then the second disc was a live mix of the songs. So you kind of got like the studio version and the live version. And then they came out with the second album, Hokago Tea Time 2, which came out in October 2010. And that one was a studio mix CD.
Hmm.
And then a second CD, which they titled the cassette mix. And that one had all the recordings they've done in the anime, like for the anime, like all the stuff they did for anime is on that
Hmm.
second CD. But they've only done 3 performances.
Just yeah,
So yeah,
I mean, it's not like they would have stayed together. Like, hey,
yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
the show's over, but
Yeah, it
now
was like a lot of
we
it was
got a new
more of
career.
like, promotional stuff. Hey, we're gonna
Yeah.
do this for fans. Like the first one was called Come With Me. And that was like their first show, their second show they did in the Saitama Super Arena in February of 2011. The first actual performance was done at the Yokohama Arena in December 2009. But in 2019, at the Animelos Super Arena Live show, they did like a special appearance. So like nobody knew they were gonna be there. So
Okay.
like they didn't like promote anything. They was just like, hey, whoever's here, we're just gonna show up and then surprise everybody. Like, hey, special show, secret show, that type of stuff. It's kind of like that one movie with
With
Michael
that,
Cera and Kat Dennings, Nick and Nora's
uh,
Infinite Playlist.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, where they're just like they're trying to like the only way you can find this apparently awesome band is through like little rabbits drawn around the city, which is it's like if you're
That's
trying
like,
to make it as a band, that's kind of a hard thing. But I guess if you got loyal followers that know how
yeah,
to
not the best way to
crack codes, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Nobody's gonna show up.
yeah,
That's the thing I was just thinking about is like, did you see these concerts like on YouTube? Can you find
yeah.
are
You can
they
actually go like look them
they're
up on
well
YouTube and
attended? They're
find
well
them.
attended.
Yeah, dude, they're like there's a lot of people in the crowd.
I mean, do you think they were there for them or they were there for somebody else and they were just like, oh, we're
I
gonna
think
open for them?
the first two, yeah, they're there for them. That second one, like I said, it was a surprise appearance.
Yeah.
So it was just like people who knew who they were, which seemed like a lot of people. And that's what the show knew who they were, and they were like going crazy.
That is my mind is still reeling about this. Like, I'm trying to think if I was watching like, okay, it's not the same, but
Anime comes real life.
yes, if I was watching like a cartoon, like, oh hey, Bugs Bunny's going on. Well, I guess
On tour.
yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, I think I saw Bluey not too long ago. He's not real.
I saw him at Six Flags that one year when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah, he was there. He was there. I guess so. Yeah, Six Flags. They had an amphitheater, and he was like, he ain't doing anything. He's just standing there, and we were all there to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'll take it back then. I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, 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 yeah. I just, it just blows my mind that they would go through this much trouble. Oh, not trouble, but like, we're gonna write this show.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you be a real band. It's just, I mean, it's brilliant.
Well, it's cool too because like whenever you're reading it in the manga or in like anything that doesn't music, if you're reading it, a comic book, a manga, or a book, it's kind of like, unless you kind of know or have a background in music, I feel like it would be harder to kind of like feel out in your head or get the feel of it. But
Yeah,
like when like it comes to like doing the shows and stuff, and when they actually take the time to like create
flesh it out.
music pieces and flesh it
Hmm.
out, it's like, oh, okay, this makes it
It's
so much better.
it's coming to life. Yeah,
Yeah,
love it, love
love
it.
it,
All right, what else
dog.
you got for me? Can I play this
Uh,
video game? How do I play the video game? Is
the
it
video
called?
game is called
No, don't mess with for real, for real. Is it really?
it's called K-On! Hokago Live, and it was developed by Sega for the PSP, and it was released in September of 2010.
It's just the whole world of video games I know nothing about, okay? I need to be going around punching people in the face and stealing cars. Is that what's happening in this game? If I
You're
can't
basically
punch,
playing Guitar Hero on the PSP almost.
okay, okay. That's probably what it is. You're learning, but you're also terrible.
Yeah.
Like legit terrible. Oh man. Okay, so don't tell me, but tell me. What I want in this show is I want them to like I want Yui to get better and I want them to like play a big concert. Like, like I want them to go places. Are they gonna go places? Or they just kind of stay like a garage band?
I will say Bait and Switch is live in the show.
Okay. Okay. Alive and well.
Live and well in the show.
We'll see. We'll see. 39 episodes. Not too bad, Joangel.
Not too bad, man.
Eh.
And there's also a movie too.
Is that movie called Rockstar?
Rockstar. It's called K-On! The movie.
Where do they come up with that? Where do they come up with this stuff? It's brilliant. You're
So
sold.
really,
Sold. What do
so
you want?
here
$1
you go.
billion dollars?
This summer, biggest blockbuster event of the world.
A
K-On!
movie.
The
The movie.
movie.
In a world where there's a girl who can't play
Yeah.
guitar. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Is it? I mean,
So
if it's
it's
dubbed, I need a freaking dub out here, man. Throw me a
yeah.
bone.
There's a dub. You could buy it on Blu-ray or DVD.
DVD.
And then so basically what it is, it takes place it follows the girls to London after their graduation for their celebration.
Wait,
So
is it live action?
it's animated.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, animated, so it follows the group as they travel to London to celebrate graduating, and it's an original story. So
Uh,
there's nothing in the mangas about this. Like this is all original story.
okay. I
It made
might
a lot of money.
I mean, there is no bounds. I get it now. Like, we've been making jokes for the last, however, about like, oh, they're just gonna make whatever and just, like
Yeah.
if it makes money or not.
If it makes money or not, yeah, they don't care. They were just gonna do it.
But it seems like they're doing it anyways. Like, oh,
Yeah,
don't like we're gonna make our money. Don't
they're
you
doing
worry.
it
Like,
and they're making money.
yeah, you're right. You're like, joke's on us.
Yeah.
Joke's on me. Here you are making fun of
Yeah.
this show that is so niche. But I mean, there is like what I don't know. There's just people. There's a group for everybody.
Yeah.
There's a light music
The
club
club for
for
everybody.
everybody. You know what? And I want to be
Which
part of it, Joe Angel.
I feel like if there were like if American schools did clubs the way they did in Japan, I think people would have a lot more like stuff going on.
I did like that. As much
Like
as
I like their aspect of it of like having like, hey, this is instead of having like hey, you could join football, baseball, choir, band, like the way we have it structured here in America,
yeah,
like
that's all it
I
is.
think if we structured it like Japan, kids will be more inclined to like get involved and be able to find like their place versus
Yeah.
as, hey, there's just this list of things in high school and it's whatever.
It's pretty brilliant. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember when we watched Jujutsu Kaisen, the first episode,
Yeah.
there's that was the occult. There's an
Yeah, the
occult
occult
club.
club.
Like
Yeah.
so niche, but also it's a club and it's
Yeah.
a social club and
Yeah.
it like forces
It
you to
helps
like
you like find your people, like find your group.
yeah, man, yeah. I was as I'm watching it, I was thinking like, man, I'm a really big proponent for this kind of thing. It just seems like such an important thing for us to continue to. I mean, here we go, old man Sal on his
Oh man, so
soapbox.
on his soapbox.
Get
Here
get
we
involved.
goes.
Get involved, young people. Talk to somebody. Look them in the eye. Give them a firm handshake. Like it just seems like a such a healthy thing to like,
Yeah,
yeah, find your people. Find a group of individuals who, think a little bit like you and are like willing to like try things, That's the thing.
yeah,
Like that's what I get from this show is that, Yui is kind of she's new and she's trying to like not come out of her shell, but she's trying to like, be involved a little bit, but she's having to
yeah,
get over some like, she's really
yeah.
shy. She's not, a nervous wreck, but she is like,
Mm.
I don't know, like I'm new, and to help her come out of her shell, she meets up with this club that kind of it seems like they're gonna kind of help her,
Like bring her out of her shell.
yeah, yeah, and kind of,
Yeah.
take her under their wing.
Their wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Guys, if we want people to wear school t-shirts, we have to make school cool.
School, yeah. I think you're onto something here. We got to make school cool in America. So create clubs. The clubs will become cool. Then our t-shirts will
This
sell.
will sell. Yeah. We gotta sell
So
these shirts.
it is a long. That's a long. It's gonna be pretty tough. This is a tough sell, Joe. We got a lot to figure out here. That's a lot to figure out.
But you know what we don't gotta figure out?
What's that?
There's only two type of guitarists in this world: Jeff Beck and everybody else.
Oh, that's the other one, Jeff Beck. It was Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, Jeff Beck. I mean, some of the greatest guitarists ever, so they're on to something here. It starts with a J.
Starts with the J. Boom. Got it.
I'm trying to think of another J guitarist, but they'll come to me. Oh, Jim.
Joker.
No. Jimmy Eat World? No, I'm just kidding.
Jimmy Eat World. All right. Well, let's get into this guac talk.
Let's guac talk this. I mean, I've already professed my love. It's easy. You done right here, Joe Angel. You've done right. You touched a nerve. Loving the music thing, loving. I mean, this is speaking my language of. I mean, high school garage band. Just finding a people like I just it has so much nostalgia for me, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope it's not just my nostalgia that makes me enjoy this show.
It unlocked the core memory for you.
It really did. The only problem, I mean, I really want to find the dub because I'm watching this in sub, and I'm like, there was that points where they had the like subtitles where they had like
Yeah. One
background
over the other.
subtitle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh
So do I
my
read?
gosh. Like there's no way. I'm like, I want to watch this to somebody else. Like, okay, did you just see the double subtitles? Did you read both of them? Could you read
You
both
gotta
of them?
chameleon eye it. You gotta have
Yeah.
one up and one down.
Yeah, I turned my head sideways and put one eye on the top subtitle and the other on. I can't do this. I need a dub, and it makes me wonder though, like if they do and play and sing some songs later on, what that's gonna sound like. Like
Yeah.
if it's gonna sound, or if they're gonna sing, do they sing? Are they gonna like do that in English? And is it good in sub? Did you watch this in the sub?
I've watched a couple episodes in the
I
sub.
mean the
I haven't
dub. I
gotten all
mean
the way through it.
in the dub. I mean,
I
sorry.
haven't. Yeah, the dub. I've watched a couple in the dub.
Yeah, but
I haven't watched it all the way through.
sub only. Okay,
Sub
I
only.
get it. Yeah, we'll make shirts about that one too. I'll make a shirt that says dub only. You can have a shirt that says sub only.
Sub only.
I love it, dude. I think it's a slice of life. Is this geared towards girls?
So the demographic for this is actually a sit-in.
Really?
Yeah,
Adults.
adults.
Me and you.
Me and you.
Well, there was something about that exit. Was it this one? Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Like
The beginning of it seemed a little questionable, but
it's
then like
suggestive, right? It's
yeah.
suggestive. I was like, whoa, like, are they
It's like
not wearing clothes?
yeah,
Because you only see from like their shoulder up,
yeah,
and then they back off, and you're like, oh,
Right,
they're in like
okay.
little like dresses.
yeah, dress, yeah.
But at first you're just like, I don't know about that. What does your mom say about this? That's all that matters.
Can your
Uh,
mom watch this with you?
dude, I really do enjoy this show. I'm really disappointed that it's going to be really hard for me to find, and that I'm going to have to give my phone or my computer so many viruses to try to find this. Or, I think I did find it on some other website that if I could just buy the season. It is available. It's available for purchase. So if I just stop being such a, cheapskate, or if we can get Takis to sponsor us.
Takis to sponsor us.
I just want to just pay for my Crunchyroll. Or pay for my High Dive subscription, That's all I want. $5
pay for our anime
a month.
subscriptions.
Exactly. Put it on the list. I'm gonna give it like let's see here. 1 out of 6 guitar strings.
How many strings are you plucking?
I'm plucking all. I'm plucking every E, A, D, G, B. Yeah, all of them. All the way down, up and down. This show is. I give it at least a 5 out of 6. It's I mean, I don't know for now, like if it can do any better for. I don't know. I leave a little bit of room for some improvement, just because I don't know, but because
you don't know if you're gonna have the same feel all the way through.
Yeah. I wonder where it continues to go, and I don't know. I mean, they kind of leave you off in like you know what, like we're starting a band, but then I'm like, am I going to continue to love this show? But
are they going to make it? Are they actually going to be good?
Yeah. Am I gonna like have to continue to read this? And I think that's probably why I knock it, just because I'm sub and trying to take notes at the same time. Not great, but yeah. Put it on the list. We're watching it.
On the list. We are watching it, guys. But that is our episode. That's K-On! Let us know down in the comments if you've ever watched this show, if you ever seen the live shows, if you ever try to start a band, let us know. Or if you want to start a band, let us know, guys.
Yeah, we're looking for a drummer. We need a drummer. Yeah, I think we can do this.
The dream is still alive, guys.
It doesn't matter how old you are. I'm 75 years old and I want to start a garage band.
Yeah, all day. Hey, what was it? Stan Lee didn't get big in Marvel until he was later in life. It's the same thing with I think Harrison Ford was a carpenter until he was 30, and now look at him.
What's his name from the Rolling Stones? He's still doing it. He's 80 years old. I saw him like doing a shimmy, and I was like, if I can still move
we were
like
talking
that.
about that the other day, like how many like musicians are still going at it in their old age. It's like, bruh, these guys have been going at it forever.
It's never too late.
It's never too late, guys.
It's never too late.
Never too late. All right, and as always, give us a like. Drop the comments, hit the share buttons, let people know about our show. Let your friends know if you're trying to get into anime. We got a whole list, guys. This is going to be episode 36, I think. Guys, that's a lot. Whoa. That's almost 2 seasons worth of anime right there.
Man, that's like, I don't know, that's as many episodes as there is Grey's Anatomy episodes.
We're catching up on Grey's, man. I think I'm a passer.
Yeah. We in our dreams.
In our dreams, guys. All right. And as always, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at AnimePod, where you can find clips of our upcoming episodes and drop comments there. And always leave us recommendations on a show you want us to watch, or if there's shows that we said we wouldn't go back to, tell us and let us know. Hey, guys, go back. It gets better.
I like that.
Yeah. And with that, we will see you on the next one. Sayonara.
Peace.